Liana was the only child to Mrs. Mike. She last saw her father when she was 3 years old, and so she lived her entire life under the care of her mother. When she got to 13, Mrs. Mike decided to adopt Dennis from a children's home so that Liana would grow up knowing the feeling of having a sibling around. Dennis was adopted when he was 16, and Mrs. Mike treated both of them equally. They both attended the best of school and got anything they desired. Liana loved her brother, but not until she noticed that her mother overspoiled him more than she did to her. She started complaining, and her mother would say,
"Come on, Liana, you've enjoyed your entire life. Allow this young man to also enjoy and know the joy of having a mother. That doesn't make you less of a daughter, or doesn't mean that I love you less. I love the both of you with all my heart."
Dennis and Liana finally graduated, and Liana got into content creation. Dennis, on the other hand, joined his mother to run the family business. Dennis kept receiving praises at dinner on how he was good at his work, and his sister did not take it lightly. She would say,
"Mommy, you guys don't even take note of what I do on the internet."
One day, Dennis had a successful meeting with clients and he was able to win a huge contract for their company. His mother was overjoyed and she surprised him with a brand new car to thank him for his hard work. Liana felt so bad she could not believe her mother was favoring a stranger over her. Liana's bitterness got the best of her to the extent that she started plotting evil against her brother. She paid some gunmen to take down her brother. And the following day, as Mrs. Mike was coming back from work, she rode home with her son since her car had an issue. They were then carjacked and some gunmen mistakenly shot Mrs. Mike. Mrs. Mike died on the spot, and Dennis swore to bring anyone down who would be found guilty of his mother's death. Mrs. Mike was buried and Liana lived regretting what she did. Dennis assumed the position of CEO in the absence of his mother until the news got to Liana, who stormed the office to kick out Dennis. But Dennis was prepared for her. He called the family lawyer who talked to the two of them, and they said,
"Before I read your mother's will, there's something the two of you need to know. Liana, you're actually not Mrs. Smite's biological daughter. As for you, Dennis, your mother kept you hidden for long, but this is your story. She got you when she was still young, and because she could not afford to take care of you, she took you to a motherless baby's home, and she came back for you when she was stable enough to raise you. Now to your mother's will. To you, Liana, your mother has willed everything in her closet for you since you love making content. To you, Dennis, your mother willed everything because you're the eldest, and she expects you to take care of your younger sister. My work here is done. Congratulations, Mr. Dennis."
After the lawyer stepped out, Dennis called in the police to arrest Liana, the murder of their own mother. Liana lived to regret her entire life in jail. The end. If you have enjoyed this story, please do not leave without giving it a like, subscribe, and share. And please consider leaving a comment on the comment section telling me whether you enjoyed the story and telling me whatever country or city you're watching me from for me to give you a shout out on the next episode of Wonder Tales by Julian.